Good afternoon, another Founding and Core. This is a special topic. In this topic I will discuss what I advise if you're young and you want a future path towards prosperity. So you should start with the things that are stimulating your curiosity. So because if you're curious about something, you want to make it better. You want to improve upon that. And then you can do one of two things. One, you could go into media. Media is now hot, oftentimes that's a way to interact. And it's also more and more becoming a media society. So, for example, you find an interaction with your public, and a lot of youngsters do this. They try to become someone who chases clout, so to say, so Instagram, YouTube, something else, and they try to find the interaction. But you will have quite some troubles to reach that, because the pyramid, they are on top of the pyramid and they think they can reach that. But sometimes they can. They might have something very disruptive. So this could be a way, also be a way that you develop something. So then you go to the tech route, the technology. And I think that's a better way for me personally, because I think you will have a little bit more attraction and also a little bit more options. So even if you develop a technology, you can still share that cloud, so to say, or chase that cloud, to put an additional layer on top of that. So that's one. So you have you, and then the choices out of your curiosity, your passion, whatever makes you think, what do you want to improve? Where do you think something is going amiss? What do you want to understand and make better? If you find something like that, that's the first layer between you, and then you have that layer. And then you have an option normally to go either to the route of media, which I told you is not my preferred route, and also why it is not my preferred route, but it can work for you. Or you can go the route of technology, and that's my route. I'm in the biotechnology, for example. And once you do that, you can still have two choices. One choice is becoming an employee, so you work for someone else to improve their product. You can both do this in media. So for example, just giving you an example, something goes amiss and you're an employee for example Apple, and you will try to interact with your public to get more clout for that company, etc. You can be an employee there, or you can become an entrepreneur. Same with technology. You can work for a tech firm, or you can become an entrepreneur yourself. The benefit of being an employee is that you, for the short term, are mitigating risk more, because you will have the option to just be employed. If you get into an accident, or you're feeling sick, you might have benefits there. Also your pension will be arranged. So this is the easy route, but I would prefer the hard route. And the hard route is becoming an entrepreneur. But even if you are going the easy route, so to say, and being an employee, you can still, the end goal there is then that you get remuneration, you get money, you get something else out of it. And then money you can invest in something, or you can prepare yourself to become an entrepreneur. So you have a little bit of starting capital. But becoming an entrepreneur, it's the other way around. You take all the risks, but also if there are benefits, you also take a big chunk out of that. And you are self-steering. So on the longer run, you might have better grip on your future. I think you will, than being an employee, because you can decide for it far more in depth yourself. And therefore, I think all those reasons mentioned, being an entrepreneur is the best route to go. And being an entrepreneur, you can really build on your own curiosities. Because, for example, if you want to have a curiosity and passions and your employer tells you it goes a little bit a different route, then you can stick to your guns and say, no, it has to be done like this. And perhaps you will succeed and your employer will applaud for you for your stubbornness. Or they will just kick you out, even though you're a good employee. But when it is your own company, and being an entrepreneur, you can stick with it and you decide. You are the only one that decides. So, back to the basics. You have you, the first layer. Then you have your passions, curiosities, things that you want to improve. If you know that, you can either go the media route or you can go the route of technology. And both media and technology, they can be divided in two parts. The first part being an employee, here again being an employee, or the central point being an entrepreneur. And even when you are an employee, I would advise you to get some starting capital that you can also be your own boss. So I tried to give you a little bit of a flow chart how this could work. I really hope this inspires you and will help you to set your goals. And perhaps for you it will be completely different. For perhaps instead of media you want to purchase or pursue cars or art or whatever makes you tick. But art is oftentimes also a way to communicate with the outside world, and being media perhaps. And the car might be technology. So just think about that. Founder in car, out.